Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Hello! No, it's bad. Hi, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making harvest soup, vegetarian style.
Pretty sure it's vegan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hi, let's go! So for this recipe, you're going to need 4 mushrooms, 1 Italian veggie sausage, we like the field roast kind, half a carrot, a large slice of onion like this, 1 red potato, spinach, and veggie broth. Disclaimer, this only feeds about 1 person, so feel free to add to the recipe depending on how many people you want to be feeding. What did I just say? Before I chop all the veggies, I like to put 3 cups of broth in a small pot on the stove, and I put it to about medium to high heat. So first, you're going to chop the onions. Honestly, we like the onions pretty thick, so I just chop them vertically because we like large chunks in our soup. And then second, I'm just gonna slice the potato into smaller chunks, but not too big, like this size, because we like it to be pretty hearty. Do the same on the other. Oops, it's falling off my chopping board. And then we like to slice the carrot just in lines. What do you call that? In circles. Chop it. What's it called? You have to help me.
I don't know.
I guess cut them in rounds like this thick. It's a very easy soup. It takes honestly, the only time that it takes is the time that it takes to cook, because it took 5 seconds to prep all these vegetables. Oh yeah, make sure before you get started in all of this, you wash your mushrooms, you peel your carrot. We're waiting for the broth to heat up because it takes a while, and honestly it takes 5 seconds to chop up all these vegetables. So if you want to do it even before you get the veggies out, that will probably be best because it will be ready by the time you're done cleaning, washing, putting all the containers away. Do you have any questions for me?
What'd you do today?
I went to church because it's Ash Wednesday, and then I probably spent 3 hours watching weight loss transformation videos because I'm trying to get fit during Lent. That's about it because I had work off.
What about Star Wars?
I love Star Wars. I thought Star Wars was so good. I know you didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
But I like that scene when Rey and Kylo Ren, when they go like this. Well, I don't want to give anything away, so I'll just leave it at that. So once the broth has just barely started to boil, if you can see, it's been about 5 minutes of it being from medium to high heat. I like to put the potatoes in because they take the longest to cook. Potatoes in. Oh gosh. This is probably a better way to do it. Usually I just throw it in and kind of back away. There. And I like to put the carrots in. I like this recipe because it's relatively healthy. I really can't think of anything that's not healthy about it, except for maybe the potatoes, the starch, but it's really just vegetables and broth and veggie sausage, which is just soy. So while that's heating up, and I'm just gonna keep that on medium to high heat, I'm gonna slice the mushrooms, medium to thick, or sorry, not medium to thick, medium to skinny slices. Just slicing all the mushrooms. Throw that in. And I just would like to say that ideally, you'd probably have a little bit of a bigger pot than this, but we had to throw away our medium-sized pot, and we can't really afford another one, so this is my small pot, but maybe 1 size up would probably be ideal for this recipe. But for now, this is still working. So then after I chop the mushrooms, I chop the veggie sausage into thin slices. They're really good. I don't know if you're supposed to eat them raw, but they're so good. So, as you can see, the potatoes and carrots, the broth started to boil. So since we're working with a smaller pan today, I'll bring the heat down to like low, medium low, just so it doesn't boil over. But well, usually when I'm cooking this, I keep it boiling the whole time because it just cooks a lot faster. And we just wait. Exercise that I saw in Chloe Ting's, like the 10-minute get abs.
Sure.
Okay. Do I have abs?
I think so.
So it's been about 5 minutes with the potatoes and the carrots boiling. Yeah, it's pretty much boiling. And after that, I like to put in the onions. Oops. Oh, it's very full.
Told you.
Oh, it would have been too much. It would have been too little for the big pot though. That's very full. I don't know how the mushrooms in the... So after I add the onions, I like to put the mushrooms in. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. And let that sit for a little bit. So maybe do a medium pot, like a medium small pot. Like I said, we don't have a medium pot right now, so all I can recommend is a small pot because I think that a large pot is much too big for this and it would not turn out well. But if you have a medium pot, I think that is your go-to cooking tool, as you can see. There's absolutely no way that the other ingredients are fitting in this pot, so I'm gonna have to transfer it to the next size pot that we have, which is this. So these are the only two pots that we own, and we're gonna see. Well, hopefully it's gonna be better. Oh my gosh. See, it's fine, but it looks like it's barely a soup. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit more broth to this, and then we'll just save it for later or something like that. We're back, and now that we've transferred the soup to the larger pot, it's doing much better. It's thriving, it's looking good, and it's back to boiling. And so we're gonna add our field roast Italian sausage. And I really like adding the field roast Italian sausage because I think it seasons the broth really well. I don't know what they put in it, but you can see like there's little specks of like pepper, some red stuff, and I think it makes the soup taste really good because we used to do it just the vegetables, and that was all right. You can do that if you want, but the field roast sausage really takes it to the next level. So it's been about 15 minutes since we put the potatoes in and everything else, and I just brought a potato out so I like taste testing it, or sometimes I like poke it with a fork to see if it's soft enough. but it's hot. If you're sharing with people, you probably shouldn't put the potato back if you took a bite out of it. But if it's your own meal, then it doesn't really matter. So like I said, it's been 15 minutes. I just tried the potato. It's been boiling. And I would say that I would give it another 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. So I think that a good time for all of this and the whole process is the longest thing, the potatoes and the carrots. Leave them in for a good like 15 to 18 minutes. And then you can gradually add everything else. The mushrooms and the sausage and the onions, they should be cooked no matter how long you leave them in, except for like 5 seconds or something like that. So with the last 3 minutes of this being on the stove, I like to add, it depends on how much spinach you like. I know some people don't really like cooked spinach. Oh yeah, make sure your spinach washed. We pre-wash the spinach. Just add like a handful. I really like spinach, so I like to make sure the whole top is coated in spinach. And then you just mix that in. Last thing I like to add to harvest soup is a little bit of black pepper and some garlic powder. I don't really measure it out. I just do like 4 shakes of the of the garlic powder. And then I like a lot of pepper, so you do not have to do this by any means, but I do like a minimum of like 10 twists. And like I said, it's been about 15 to 18 minutes, and I've already tested the potatoes and the carrots, which take the longest to cook, and they seem ready. So I would say that our harvest soup is done, and it only took 18 minutes. Woohoo! Let's taste it. Okay, Reed, it's time to eat. For dinner, he's having harvest soup and flatbread. But for this video, we're reviewing the harvest soup. Also, I'd just like to say that we've been having this recipe for a long time, so we already know that we like to add nutritional yeast and crystal hot sauce. Okay. What do you think?
Pretty good.
What would you rate it?
10 out of 10.
Yay! Anything that you would do differently?
I'm gonna add more hot sauce, but beyond that, it's pretty good.
Perfect. That's the video for today. I hope you try the recipe. If you do, let me know how it turned out and put it down in the comments below. Bye!